The Node Breach Engine is an advanced volume profile toolkit built for TradingView. It is an invite-only indicator, available only to members of the OutsiderEdge community. Instead of guessing where price might react, the Node Breach Engine focuses on two things: high-volume control nodes and low-volume voids inside the profile. For every swing or session, it builds a full volume profile, finds the point of control, called the POC, finds the lowest volume node inside the value area, called the POV, tracks those levels forward, and prints long or short signals when price breaches them under your conditions. In this video, I'll walk you through how to use the tool in a practical way, how profiles are built, how POC and POV work, how the breach filters and deep dive tooltips help you judge a signal, how the EMA trend filter and wave give you context, and finally, some simple strategy ideas you can build on. Before we dive into the settings, a quick note. If you don't have access to the Node Breach Engine yet, you can try it with a 7-day free trial. During the trial, your TradingView username gets whitelisted for this invite-only indicator, and you also get full access to all other indicators, EAs, and to the OutsiderEdge community. That means you can test the Node Breach Engine live, see how other traders use value area highs, lows, POCs, and POVs in their own playbooks, and ask questions as you go. You'll find the link and details for the free trial in the description below. Before we start the video, a disclaimer first. Nothing in this video is financial advice. It is for educational and informational purposes only. Trading involves risk, and you are fully responsible for your own decisions and results. The first setting you'll want to understand is the profile scope: swing versus session. In swing mode, profiles run from pivot to pivot. The engine detects swing highs and lows and builds one profile for each leg between those pivots. This is ideal if you like to analyze structure, larger moves, and key turning points in the market. In session mode, each trading session becomes its own profile. You define the session hours, for example 9:30 to 4 p.m., and the script uses the exchange time zone of the symbol. This is especially useful for intraday traders who want clear session blocks with their own POC and POV. As a simple rule of thumb, if you mostly trade intraday flow, start with session profiles on the 5-minute or 15-minute time frame. If you care more about big legs and swing structure, start with swing and experiment with time frames. Whichever mode you choose, the engine continuously builds profiles, identifies nodes, and prepares the signals based on your set of conditions. Now, let's look at the two key nodes the engine gives you: POC and POV. The point of control, or POC, is the price row with the highest traded volume inside the profile. When POC is enabled, the engine always computes it for the active profile and draws it as a band or row across the chart. You can highlight the entire POC row and enable extra analytics: node strength, which tells you how dominant that node is as a percentage of total profile volume, and POC buy versus sell pressure, which shows how volume at that node was split between buyers and sellers. If you enable the POC Deep Dive tooltip, hovering the POC marker will show you price, node strength, buy and sell percentages, VWAP distance, and time spent at that price. The POV, or point of void, is the lowest volume node inside the value area. When POV is enabled, the engine always finds a low volume pocket inside the accepted value for that profile and marks it as POV. You can highlight the POV row, show a developing POV as the profile forms, and extend POV forward until it's breached. Conceptually, POC is where the market did a lot of business, a control node. POV is a thin pocket inside value, more of a void. Both can be used as reference levels, and they can behave the same on your set of conditions. The Node Breach Engine is built to expose these high probability setups. A touch on POC, or POV, only becomes a signal if it passes your filters. This is controlled by the breach filter settings. You can require a rejection close, meaning the candle must close on the correct side of the level in the direction of the signal, above the node for a long, or below the node for a short. You can tell the engine to skip big momentum bars by using an ATR-based threshold. If the bar's total range is larger than ATR times your multiplier, the signal is ignored. This helps you avoid chasing extreme spikes or panic candles. If you want extra confirmation, you can require a wick condition. For long signals, you can enforce a minimum lower wick percentage, and for short signals, a minimum upper wick. This focuses you on candles that clearly rejected the node. There is also a time filter. You can choose to only allow signals inside a given session window, or to suppress signals inside that window, depending on how your market behaves. On top of that, you can enable Breach Deep Dive. When a POC or POV signal prints, hovering the label will show a detailed tooltip: the side of the signal, the breach level, and close price, distance from price to the node, ATR, and range over ATR, the trend state, wick percentages, information on whether the candle closed in the direction of the move. So instead of just seeing an arrow, you get a full explanation of why that signal exists under your rules. The trend filter is there to control when signals are allowed based on trend context. When the trend filter is enabled, long signals only print when the context is bullish, and short signals only print when the context is bearish. You can adjust the base length and optionally smooth it with another moving average type and length if you prefer a cleaner trend line. I've set the basic settings to 144 for the base and 80 for the smoothing, based on the 15-minute time frame. You can tweak these parameters based on your instrument, time frame, or strategy. The trend wave is a visual band around price built from the delta. When enabled, it changes color and thickness with trend direction and intensity, giving you a quick read on whether the market is pushing with or against your intended trade direction. If you want to avoid counter-trend trades and only take node breaches in the direction of the broader move, keep the trend filter on and use the wave as visual context. If you prefer to fade trends at strong nodes, you can turn the filter off and see every qualified breach, then decide manually which side you want to trade. Now let's look at a few basic examples on the 15-minute time frame using swing profiles. With the EMA trend filter enabled, the EMA defines the overall trend context. And with the wick rejection filter also enabled, the filter defines rejection on the POC or POV level. That means in a bullish EMA context, only longside POC and POV signals are allowed when the candle shows a lower wick rejection. In a bearish EMA context, only short-side POC and POV signals are allowed when the candle shows an upper wick rejection. So every example here respects both the trend filter and wick rejection. First, a long POC example. We are in a bullish swing on the 15-minute chart, and the EMA trend filter shows a clear bullish context. Price trades down into the swing POC from above. A candle prints where the lower wick touches or slightly pierces the POC band, then rejects it and closes back above the POC. The EMA trend is still bullish, so the long side POC signal is allowed to print. In that situation, you can treat the POC as your decision level. You enter long on or just after that breach and rejection. Place your stop a bit below the POC or below nearby structure and target prior highs, range extensions, or your usual R multiples. Second, a short POC example. Simply the opposite scenario. Now the swing profile is pointing down, and the EMA trend filter shows a bearish context. Price trades up into the swing POC from below. You see a candle where the upper wick touches the POC, rejects it, and closes back below the POC band. Because the EMA context is bearish, the short side POC signal is allowed to print. Here you can look for short entries around that rejection, with stops above the POC or local structure, and targets toward prior lows or defined downside levels. Third, a long POV example in a bullish swing. The engine has marked a POV, a thin, low-volume node inside the value area of that swing. Price dips into this POV zone from above. You get a candle where the lower wick tags the POV, rejects the void, and the close is back above the POV level, while the EMA trend filter still confirms a bullish context. That long side POV signal can be used as a lean level to join the prevailing trend, expecting price to rotate back into the thicker part of the profile or toward the swing high. These are intentionally basic examples to illustrate how swing profiles, EMA trend context, and wick rejection can line up. Inside the community, there are more advanced strategies based on the same signals, including strict retest rules and combinations with order flow and footprint tools, such as delta imbalances around the node. POC and POV signals are not only useful for entries, they can also be used for take profit and stop loss management. If you are already in a trade, and a strong opposite side POC or POV breach prints against your position, that can be a reason to take partial profits or even close the trade, because it may mark a potential reversal area around a node. You can also use the developing POC as part of your risk framework. During an active swing, the developing POC gives a good indication of the current session or leg's volume distribution. Some traders place their initial stop just beyond the developing POC with a bit of room, or trail their stop behind it as the developing POC shifts, using it as a dynamic reference for where the bulk of business is currently being done. However you refine your rules, the core idea stays the same. You are not trading random candles. You are trading structured interactions with POC and POV inside the volume profile. That's a practical overview of how the OutsiderEdge node breach engine works. It builds swing or session-based volume profiles, exposes value area highs and lows, POC and POV nodes, tracks them forward, and marks filtered breaches with detailed tooltips, node strength, and trend context. From there, it's up to you to plug this into your own risk management and execution style. The indicator is invite-only and reserved for members of the OutsiderEdge community, but you can start with a 7-day free trial. During that trial, you get full access to all indicators, EAs, and of course, to the node breach engine plus the community. So you can study real examples, see how other traders build their rules, and decide if this fits your way of trading. In follow-up videos, I'll go deeper into specific playbooks, POC trend following, POV fades, void breaks, and multi-timeframe node trading. For now, add the node breach engine to your chart, Start with a simple preset. Collect signals of POC and POV breaches in different market conditions and try to trade them on a demo account first. If you want to try it yourself, check the link in the description for the 7-day free trial. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.